Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and I was going to bring you a guide on how to get 50 wins in the Battle Maison, but this battle ended up happening, and I decided I might as well show you guys the ultimate failure and frustration that led to me not getting top 50 in a reasonable time today, so I'll have to make the guide not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Numal Day. So there'll be a Battle Maison guide at some point, but this is some of the stupid stuff that you just cannot avoid. So I hit the Confuse Ray because I accidentally hit Aromatherapy on the first turn, which is kind of bad, and I hit myself in Confusion. So that's going to be Confusion number 1 right there. I'm trying to set up the Belly Drum again because I just misclicked on that first turn. So actually, if I had gotten off the Belly Drum, I'd probably have knocked myself out right there. So that's 2 Confusions in a row. Here comes the Surf. And at this point, I'm like, well, I'm never going to get a Belly Drum off at any case, so I'm going to try to do something else to get some health back. So I throw down my Drain Punch, I think. Am I not confused? Yeah, I finally don't get confused. I'm like, well, I might as well get a small amount of damage with my Drain Punch, get a little chip damage, survive the damage from Surf, and then go for a play rough, and at least have something to come out of this with. So Surf is going to land again, and because of the Drain Punch, I was able to get enough health back. So I'm confused. I hit myself in again, so I'm 3 for 4 on Confusion hits at this point. I'm like, okay, that was pretty cheese. I'm really mad right now, so I bring in the Aegislash. I'm like, okay, Aegislash can set up, get me some get me some Swords Dances, I'll be okay. Confuse Ray comes in, that's whatever, I'll make it work. So I'm confused, and then, hey, what do you know? Hit myself in Confusion. So now we're 4 for 5 on hitting myself in Confusion. Milotic is just throwing out the Surf and being rather successful on it. It's not even doing that much damage. I'm like, I can get to 3 Swords Dance so easily. So that's another hit in Confusion. 4 for 5. And like, those are like the last 3 Confusion hits in a row. So it's just so absurd at this point. Oh, make that 4 Confusion hits in a row. Because I just can't gain any ground. And since it's not throwing out any kind of super effective, I'm not getting my Weakness Policy procced. It's just so silly. Finally get off the Swords Dance, but by this point, if I hit myself, that'd just be terrible, and also, it's not really going to be enough damage against the Milotic. So, throws out the Surf. I have 6 health left. I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw down the Sacred Sword, go get as much damage as possible, and then follow that up with a Shadow Sneak. So I get that, and I'm like, okay, that's a little bit of damage right there, and then the Cute Charm. The Milotic that has the Cute Charm, you know, of all the things that could be there. So really, I get immobilized by Love at that point, and then I can't do anything. I didn't really think that King's Shield was going to really be worth it at that point, so it really wouldn't have made a difference. And then I bring in Togekiss. I'm like, okay, Togekiss, we can do this one. Air Slash, can we at least get one little bit of hacks? No, Milotic gets the recover. So instead of, like, you know, flinching, finishing off Milotic, calling it good right there, and then hopefully trying to get a Togekiss sweep going, it just doesn't go that way. So Air Slash comes in, gets a bit of damage. Milotic throws out the Confuse Ray. So I had a feeling that this is how this game was going to be again. So I'm confused. First time just kind of goes off. I hit myself in Confusion instead of knocking out the Milotic. So, of course, Milotic gets a free recover. And at this point, it's just like, you know what? I'm going to get cheesed out of the Battle Maison just like that. So it's very upsetting. Togekiss hits itself in Confusion again. Milotic gets a Surf. So I think the AI is like, well, I'm not low health, so I'll be able to just go and Surf. Which means I have to fight through the Confusion, land 2 Air Slash, and then we'll be good to go. So Air Slash goes off, gets the crit, doesn't matter at this point because it was a 2-hit KO anyway. Surf comes through, and I'm like, okay, if I can hit through the Confusion, I will be okay. I snap out, Air Slash, Milotic is finally done. Okay, cool. Might be able to get this one back. Because at this point, I still don't even know what my opponent is going to bring. And then I see Roserade, and I'm like, a super effective hit? Sweet. Roserade goes for the Protect? I don't care. So I'm going to try to bring this one back. And there's the Air Slash right there. So I was hoping that this would just straight up KO, and it doesn't? And then uses Giga Drain, and it crits right here. The game was trying to do everything to cheese me out of this win. I somehow miraculously survived the crit with 2 hit points. I'm like, alright, Air Slash comes in. Let the next Pokemon be something I can just gimp. I want this thing out of the way. I want to make my battle video because What kind of Mason guide if I can't even get to number 50? I can't make a good guide if I can't get to 50. So this Cavalier, neutral hit, and it's going to be a Swords Dance. So, like, if it hits me, I'm going down. Just straight up like that. Togekiss throws out the Air Slash, and I'm like, please, of all the things, give me one flinch right now. Give me one anything. Because if I can get the flinch, then I win. Nope, don't get the flinch. Mega Horn comes in. GG, and that's the Maison streak broken. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's Frustration. And I hope you all have a nice day.